Welcome to the podcast. I'm Mae.
I'm Max.
And I'm Ben, and we were had.
Can you believe it?
There are twists and there are turns.
Defleshed is a standard death.
Oh, that's fun.
We were had.
We were
Powerful.
That was
Wow. I made myself
one take. One take.
It was hard.
That was very hard.
You guys want to plug some stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Plug
Let's
it.
Plug it up.
Please follow us at We Were Had. You might think when you follow it on Instagram, it's not us because of how low the follower count is. It's us.
No, that is us.
Believe it or not.
And I'm going to say this. You're in the app. Go give 5 stars, okay? Maybe a nice review. Maybe say something nice. We have some written thing from our producer, Ani. We're also going to be at the Rogue Island Comedy Festival, all 3 of us.
Yes.
End
Yeah,
of
we
May.
will,
May
bitch.
29th, May 30th. Catch us in Rhode Island. How about that?
Also, me and Ben are performing at the Atlantic City Comedy Club that Friday, the 27th of May.
And
I'll be there that Saturday. Atlantic City Comedy. Hey, let me tell you something. Come to Atlantic City, then come to Newport and cut our throats.
yeah, we'll drive you, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is to any listener. We will drive you to these shows. And you don't have to chip in for gas. How about that?
Gas is expensive.
It's a good deal.
I take it back.
Yeah.
I take it back.
Not in Joe Biden's America, let me tell you that. All right. What's the
topic?
episode?
And follow us on our personal pages. How about that?
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. On
What is yours?
At Mae_Planert.
At Maxagazillion.
and at Ben Kirschenbaum. Good luck spelling that.
Ben's followers have been skyrocketing lately. The guy
They have.
he's-
I mean, well, percentage-wise.
Percentage-wise,
Yeah.
he is growing. You would not believe it because he's posting clips, and they're doing well.
Today, we are going to talk about horror movie. No transition whatsoever.
Just like your jokes.
Just like my joke. Ouch.
Oh, my gosh.
Jesus Christ. What was that about?
I thought you knew that. I thought that.
I've been working. I thought you knew it. Doubling down.
He's very sensitive about it. He's been
I'm
working
actually
on it.
sensitive about transitions.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
Well, because he's bad at them.
Well, let's hear. Yeah, let's hear another beautiful.
You're a
transition
one-liner comic.
Yeah. I get no respect.
here. Who's fucking is a one-liner comic.
Yes. It's actually a brilliant one-liner where the
brilliant
premise
one-liner.
is the punchline.
Set up who's, punch fucking. Works every time.
It does work. Okay.
Okay, what's the topic?
The topic is horror movies and the urban legends associated with the making of different horror movies.
I love it.
I love it.
I'm not a big horror movie guy. Let me just put that out there right away. I feel like you are and you-ish.
Yeah, I used to watch scare. I like a thriller, like a nice thriller.
That is exactly what I think.
Yeah.
Like a good psychological thriller.
Yeah.
But like a real slasher horror movie is not really my thing.
It's not my cup.
I like a horror movie. You were correct in saying that, but I don't like a slasher, like a gore movie. Like when I say horror, I mean like Conjuring, Insidious, like more of like
Yeah,
the
me too.
ghosty, like
Annabelle, that kind of stuff.
anything made by those guys.
Yeah,
James Wan's just got a stranglehold on me and May. But
Pretty much.
What?
those kinds of movies. But like anything like Saw, that's torture porn.
Yeah.
Hostel, you're a sick fuck if you like that movie. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that upsets me as well. But
Yeah, I didn't like. Yeah, you're right. I'm with you on all
yeah.
these things.
So all of us are on the same page. You have now both mentioned 2 of the movies that we're going to go over, Conjuring and Annabelle.
Right.
And I also, I prefer, so the first movie we're going to talk about is Rosemary's Baby. That's my
Yes.
kind of thriller.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. I watched it for the first time 2 years ago. Isn't that weird?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Ben has been upset about this in the past, but I have not seen a lot of classic movies at all. Like movies before the year 1998, I don't have a lot of them checked off. Let me tell you that.
You gotta have patience.
And I certainly do not.
We're going to go over 8 movies, and half of them old, half of them relatively recent.
Okay.
So we're going to have a nice split, and by 8, I mean 9.
Great.
Okay.
Here we go. So Rosemary's Baby, 1968. The other thing is that now, in retrospect, I feel like Rosemary's Baby is not a pure horror, but at the time, people were fucking losing their minds.
Yeah.
Rosemary's Baby, she's got a demon baby, right? That's the plot of the film.
Well, that's the giveaway. Yeah, that's the twist at the end.
But then, don't the elite people eat the baby or kill the baby or something?
No, I think the baby survives, if I remember correctly. The big twist at it at the end is that everyone's in on it and
Yeah.
has been in on it the whole time
To steal her baby.
to steal her baby and to sell it to know that it's the devil, including her own husband.
It's
so
a
it's
Truman
like,
Show situation.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like the horror movie, not only of your baby, of giving birth to the devil, but it's also like,
Your
what if
whole life.
everyone in your life was totally not on your side?
I have that worry sometimes. Can I tell you that? Which I think it just makes you an extreme narcissist. I'm like, everybody. What if everybody?
No, in your case, it's legitimate. Yeah.
Could you imagine though if everything was fabricated? It's terrifying.
I think it is. The Truman Show thing I go through all the time, and that
Yeah.
I think is just pure narcissism.
Like when I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like worried there's a camera behind it because I'm just jerking it, and I'm worried. I'm like, is this
Just
is
to
this being-
yourself.
Yeah, just to myself. Yeah, how do you do it? But
so you start flexing.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just good shot trying to get my angles. You know.
I thought everybody had a fantasy that they had like an audience watching them at all the time.
Yeah.
Are we all just narcissists?
Maybe it's
or,
that.
yeah.
Maybe it's
Well,
that.
that's a nightmare. Though. I don't want everybody to be watching. You know.
No, me neither. But I just assumed they were.
Right. Well, I do behave whenever I'm in public like there's a camera on me. I assume I'm just prepared.
Never off.
For when the paparazzi
He's never
are
off.
involved. I can't turn it off.
All right, so we'll get into Rosemary's Baby. Let me just say before we really begin that my three main sources, I'm going to cite my sources, /film.com, of course.
Right. Actually, I've read a few things.
Have you read-
That's actually good.
Flavorwire.com and the independent.co.uk, which I feel like we use a lot for this website.
Yeah, we do.
We do. Yeah. Well, I just
like
got
a
back from
smut
London.
thing.
I'm a British.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to
British
London the
guy.
end of the month.
For what?
To follow Mark around like a loser.
You know what? She had the opportunity to come with me. Decided not to. Now she's going with her fiance. It's like, what's going on?
It's like, what are my priorities?
What are your priorities? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Are you doing shows in London? I'm just looking
could.
I'm just looking for opportunities for plugs. I got really into it.
Reach out to Tom. He took care of me.
Yeah, I will. I love that guy.
Yeah.
What's his name? We should plug him. Tom Henry,
Oh,
right?
Thomas Henry.
Yeah, he's great.
Lovely British man.
Funny guy.
Funny guy.
Yeah.
Cherubic little face. And very nice to people he barely knows. He knows
Yeah.
you. He never even met me, and he put me on 3 different shows.
Very, very funny tweets.
I don't follow him on
I don't
Twitter.
follow him on Twitter.
You don't
Okay.
even have Twitter.
I don't have Twitter, but he reposts them on his Instagram.
Oh, he
and I always go,
does.
ha.
One of those. For those of you listening, Mae Ha is a regular person. All right, so Rosemary's Baby, 1968. At a party, the film's composer, Christoph, I think a lot of consonants in a row, Komeda, fell off a rocky slope and into a coma that he never recovered from, similar to the actions that the witches take in the novel to get rid of Rosemary's friend.
Wait a minute. He never woke up from the coma?
No.
So did he die? Did someone pull the plug, or was he just a vegetable?
Well, he's got to be
I mean,
dead
he's dead now.
Yeah.
From what?
So there are a lot of things with Rosemary's Baby. Okay, so the main one, of course,
That's
or the
crazy.
most famous one, is Sharon Tate. So Roman Polanski directed
yeah.
Rosemary's Baby. Sharon Tate died the year after it came out, while it was still in theaters.
Is she the star of the film? Who's the star?
No, Sharon
No.
Tate's not in it. Mia Farrow. That was like her first.
Sharon
breakout.
Tate was killed by the Manson family
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So
While
director's
pregnant.
wife killed while pregnant.
while the movie's airing.
While
in
the movie is
theaters.
out.
And like the talk of the fucking town.
Well, she's pregnant. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that's wild.
yeah.
That's
Sorry.
Yeah.
Polanski's
I didn't even put that
Yeah, I
together.
didn't
That she
put-
was pregnant. They
yes.
could have been taking the baby.
and killed by these demonic worshiping
Yeah.
kind of culty people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Spooky.
Wow.
That is spooky.
That is
That is
spooky.
legitimately spooky.
And what's his first name? LaVey, the satanic guy.
Eitan LaVey.
Eitan LaVey
Yeah.
was credited. This is kind of debated, actually. It might not, but was credited for mainstreaming. Who was credited for the mainstreaming of Satanism and witchcraft in the U.S. during the 60s and 70s. LaVey claimed that he had been appointed consultant to the film Rosemary's Baby, which revolved around a group of fictional Satanists, and that he also had a cameo appearance in the film as the devil. However, critics have argued that none of this was true. So
Wouldn't that be so easily proven?
Yeah,
Like,
is he in the movie?
Are you in the movie or not?
that he was like an extra or something, like in
Yeah.
the back.
Satan just walking around in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. It's got to not be true.
Don't
right?
Satanists
'Cause-
like to say that they're not actually? It's like that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I've heard explanations of it a few times, but I don't know what it is.
to
Good.
worship the worst guy? and not be-
Misunderstood fallen angel.
Oh, is that? Oh, maybe that's the argument.
think that
yeah,
might
yeah,
be the
yeah.
argument.
Okay, got it.
Right.
Got it.
I don't think that's the argument, but
Well, on this TV program Supernatural, long-running series on the CW, Lucifer, fallen angel, just wants dad's love. Terrible guy, though. Really bad guy. So if you're telling me you're a Satanist, and if it's supernatural Satan, bad guy.
Yeah.
okay.
Before this episode, we've only been doing one plug every episode, and that is for the TV show Supernatural.
I gotta bring it up.
So yeah, this thing about LaVey. Any other things about? Nah, not much else about Rosemary's Baby. It's that connection about the baby. I feel like an idiot.
Oh, what about that lying whore who starred in it?
Oh. I thought you were going after. Never mind. Yeah, I thought you were going after. No, she's going after Mia Farrow. Oh, maybe that's another episode. Too much.
What do you mean?
To do the Woody Allen case? No.
I think that's inviting a lot.
It's too much.
That's inviting a lot. Well, a lot of followers, maybe. A lot of comments.
Yeah, certainly a lot of comments. I'm not sure about followers.
Oh, I was just thinking a lot of research. That was what. What was getting me.
That's the big hang up.
Yeah.
We could do one, like if, what's the one with possibly Frank Sinatra's son, Ronan.
Oh,
Ronan?
okay. Yeah, we could do every minor mystery.
And we don't address the main one. We don't touch it, yeah?
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Did Woody Allen write Annie Hall alone?
I want to know.
I think there was a co-writer. All right. I'm going to go in chronological order, but I kind of... this is the best one, and I don't know if we should do it early. The Exorcist, 1973.
Yeah, this one is crazy because, correct me if I'm wrong, 9 deaths.
Yes.
9? How
9.
do you know that?
9 times.
I've listened to endless hours of true. You have no idea.
Student of the craft.
I'm a student of the craft.
How are we doing with seeing the... So The Exorcist is... I haven't seen like half of these movies, but I have seen Rosemary's Baby.
I have seen The Exorcist.
Yeah.
I've seen clips from the film just over the years. It's hard to avoid. Like, I know the little girl with the head spinning, vomiting kind of thing.
Right.
Ooh, I don't like it. The thought of it. I know the flies with the priest in the bathroom.
Right.
Like, I know, like, and from like references from other things, but I've never seen the film.
So it was filmed at my college, like right around the town, and the Exorcist steps, which are very famous in the movie, people would use it to exercise. Like
What?
that was, yeah, you would do like workouts where there was like a pull-up bar
exercise.
Yes, exercise with an E.
That's funny.
But it was also like a good workout because it's like really steep steps, and you do that mixed with some push-ups at the bottom.
Plus, like you were drinking last night, you're getting the demons out of you.
You're getting the demons out.
Yeah, that's
Whoa,
great. Yeah.
Look at you. So the Exorcist set was plagued with injuries, including one that afflicted Linda Blair. So Linda Blair plays the girl who's possessed.
Yeah.
The injury occurred in a scene during which Reagan, that's the character's name, is in the throes of her demonic possession. One of the most famous scenes where she's like flopping all over the place.
Yeah.
Blair thrashed around with the help of a rig that kept her tied to the moving bed. In one of the takes, the lacing came undone. Quote, "I'm crying, I'm screaming. They think I'm acting up a storm. It fractured my lower spine.
Oh
no,
my
they didn't
God.
send me to the doctor. It is the footage that's in the movie."
No, that's
Oh.
bad.
Explained Blair in an episode of the documentary Cursed Films.
I think that they should. I mean, I would be like, you might as well use it.
Well, it's real.
That's real pain. I'm
But
going
no,
through
but the
like.
problem with
yeah.
that is then you're encouraging directors to do shit like that.
Which
I
they
guess.
definitely did a lot. Like Kubrick would drive people crazy. And The Shining, what's the name of the star of The Shining? The woman. He would like scare the shit out of her. Like do all these like
I've read
weird
about
mind
that.
game
Oh,
stuff.
that
Yeah.
sucks.
And also, Uma Thurman said something about that. Quentin Tarantino did that a bunch to her as well on Kill Bill.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh right. Yeah.
She was like, or like there was like a car scene and like it was just like not safe, and he was like, yeah, we're getting the scene.
Oh fuck.
Actually, one of the ones that I left out was the Twilight Zone movie,
Right.
Which is not really a mystery so much as just a tragedy that there were 3 people who died. I think it was 3 people. A couple of them kids or something. With some, it's kind of like the Alec Baldwin thing. Like they didn't take precautionary measures or something
Oh,
like
no.
that. I didn't include it just because. Well, now I'm bringing the mood down and saying
Yeah.
it anyway. But it was one of those like watershed events in movie making in terms of like making safer precautions.
everything's
and
safe.
stuff.
Do you also
Yeah.
have in here Freddie Prinze died by a gunshot, right?
He did, but what does that have to do with horror movie?
Nothing but horror movies, but I was just gonna say maybe just because he was on a set of filming something.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Of his TV show, or of
It was a prop gun. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive.
I thought he
Listen,
committed suicide.
she-
Like
No.
on purpose. I mean,
Listen to hours of true crime.
No. He said he
I
he had a
did not.
prop gun and he was like, "Goodbye, cruel world," and then he was like
Oh.
making a joke and then he died.
ooh,
I'm almost 100% positive.
yikes!
This is
Might
the
wanna
father of
fact check
Freddie
that
Prinze Jr.?
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
My mom was living in LA at the time, and apparently said that she was living nearby and that she heard the gunshot.
Wow.
What?
I don't know if that's true. But
Wow.
that's what she claims.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask a couple questions.
Yeah, I don't know. She didn't do it. Yeah.
Let's check those palms for gunpowder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're right. I mean, there are probably so many other cursed film type stories. I did just focus on horror movie ones because I feel like kind of what we were talking about with Rosemary's Baby, like the mystery of the movie and the horror of the movie mixed with all these stories. I don't know. Feels poetic.
The idea of especially making some of these like super scary movies, I guess it's like that's scary. You know what I mean? Like you're doing this stuff.
Right.
It's like oh, it's cursed. I was just like listening to an episode of Morbid on the plane doing research, and they were like, she just mentioned that like you're not supposed to say the words.
Oh, yeah.
I've now said it twice, and maybe we cut that out. I apologize.
What did you call them? Flesh?
Yeah,
like flesh
pedestrians.
I just like spit all over you.
Flesh pedestrians. Now she calls them flesh pedestrians
That was
because
so funny.
you're not supposed to say the actual word because it's like bad luck.
Right.
It made me want to do a possible episode on it, but now I'm like, I don't even want to Google it because I'm like, I don't want to invite.
How about actually a whole episode on like, well, Beetlejuice obviously is fake, but like a whole episode of things you can't say. Bloody Mary,
Candyman,
Macbeth in a theater.
That could be
yeah.
fun. Tune in next week.
Good luck in the theater as well.
Yeah. Slurs. No, don't.
What?
Only in the hockey rink, right, Ben?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I might post that clip. Well, we'll talk about it later. Anyway, so... And if you want to see the clip at Ben Kirschenbaum. All right. Okay, so this one's interesting. Aside from injuries, still on The Exorcist, aside from injuries, there was also a fire that burned the majority of the set.
What?
But that mysteriously left Reagan's room untouched.
The
like
one
the
where
room
she was
where
pretending
she's
to be.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Oh my God, that's too much.
Can I ask, to what extent could some of this be publicity?
True. Yeah, it's a good point.
Because here's the thing. I mean, I know 9 people died, so like I don't want to accuse anybody of like doing that. But like, you're making a horror movie. I feel like drumming. It's like when they make a rom-com and the 2 people start dating, and like it's hard to believe it's always like the end. Like, what do you know what I mean? So it's like, if I'm making a horror film, that's like the best publicity. Oh shit! It got so scary on set. You're not gonna believe it. Shit got fired, and like it was like not in the exercising room.
Yeah.
It's like okay.
Well, when you tell it like that, it sounds terrifying.
And
I'm just saying, I wouldn't put it past anybody in Hollywood or just in life.
Very fair. And The Exorcist, I think, famously had an ad campaign that was very clever and like going about stuff. I think they passed out like barf bags to people walking in as part of the ad campaign. That was like, this movie's gonna like make you
wow.
hurl. Yeah.
It's gonna make you sick. I don't like that. Remember
Yeah.
the
I don't
Paranormal
wanna puke. I don't
Activity
like
when the whole ad campaign was just people watching the movie like
Yeah.
It worked,
I hated those movies.
It was a lot of just kind of like whoo,
Yeah.
just waiting, you know.
Yeah.
The other thing here, so the fire thing was like just really weird. That room, I don't know.
That's weird. Agreed.
Things didn't stop once the film debuted either. One audience member sued Warner Brothers after he passed out during a screening, fell out of his chair, and broke his jaw. That's not though. Like,
That's not their fault.
It just was a good movie. It just was effective.
They told you in the campaign.
So next movie, are we good with The Exorcist?
We're good.
That kind of is the creepiest one because
You didn't mention the 9 people dying.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I just didn't repeat it. But yes, 9 people like died. Just like related during the making of the film. Yeah.
That's insane.
At least I think it was The Exorcist. Yes, it was The Exorcist. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, and the other fun thing is that William Friedkin, the director of The Exorcist, had the set blessed by a priest acting as a technical advisor for the film, though he refused to conduct an exorcism. So, like, basically asked the priest if he could do an exorcism because all these creepy things were going around. So, very meta.
And the
stuff.
priest said no.
I think the priest said no. I don't know why.
You can make a story about the exorcism called The Exorcism.
There's got to be documentaries about this.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Right. Stop trying to remake the movie. Just talk about the making of the movie.
Making of the movie.
And fictionalize that.
I want the making of the movie. That's what I want. I say we make.
Shit, bro.
Dude. It wasn't as good of an idea when I said it out loud. All right. So, 1976, The Omen. Have you seen this one?
Yes.
No.
Mm-hmm. The little boy, and he's all, yeah, okay.
I don't like
I've seen
scary kids. It really, it's upsetting to me.
it. Yeah.
Exorcist. A lot of these are scary kids. The next one,
Scary
too.
kids is just the scariest thing. It's like this
Yeah.
innocent little kid, and it's scary.
Yeah.
It's wicked scary. Oof.
Oh, I don't like it.
Yeah.
So, this one's really sad. So, during production, Gregory Peck, the star, his son died by suicide.
Oh my gosh.
Gregory Peck and writer David Seltzer were on planes that were struck by lightning.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh.
Does that do anything to the plane? It feels like it wouldn't. Right?
It actually supercharges it. You go faster.
Makes it go faster.
It feels like it would just like go around the outsides of the plane. You'd just be like, I wouldn't even notice it.
I feel like that can't be correct. I feel like I'm just going to have to doubt that.
It feels like you would probably get lightning struck on planes constantly.
Wait, what's
though.
the thing with lightning in cars?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you're in the car, it's actually safe because it just goes around on the metal part.
You're not supposed to touch anything metal.
I just can't believe that anything is... Lightning is...
Lightning is
Brutal,
terrifying.
right?
Did you guys
Yeah.
feel the thunder this morning?
This
Yes.
morning...
According to Google, it says that lightning can pop like the plane's circuit breakers, so you could probably fall out of the sky. But
Jesus
Ooh,
Christ.
I hate
So
that.
it's not a good thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just supercharges it itself. That's how the Concorde works.
It's just like those boosts in people's cars.
It's a boost. It's a Nas
Turbo.
boost.
Yeah, Nas boost.
It's a Mario Kart thing where it just starts lighting up and it's like...
Yeah, it goes star mode.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, the thunder this morning in New York City, when we're recording this, there have been TikToks about it too.
Yeah, I
but
saw
like
that.
it was terrifying.
It was insane.
It was-
Greggy was not happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
one of that.
I just don't understand how 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, when something like that would happen, a storm, everyone just probably thought the world was ending, right?
Yeah, probably.
That's also how you get gods and shit. Like, oh fuck, we forgot to pray
That was
yesterday.
Zeus. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Who the fuck didn't pray yesterday?
Who didn't pray? John.
Who didn't eat their communion or whatever the hell?
So, still with the Omen, the stuntman standing in
And the
for
Omen.
Peck,
The Omen is about what? Demon baby, right? Demon kid.
demon adopting a demon kid after a miscarriage, I believe.
I don't know. I don't really remember.
I think that a married couple there's a miscarriage and then they adopt a kid that turns out to be the devil.
Oh, okay.
I mean, these movies are always like piling on already sad situations.
Yeah.
These fucking how many L's can one couple take?
Also, I'm pretty sure that The Omen and a lot of horror movies in the late 70s were just building off of the success of The Exorcist. Because
Right.
The Exorcist was like insanely successful.
What kind of scary
So
kid
that
can
it
we
was
do?
one of those,
Yeah.
I mean, almost like Star Wars or something, where it's like, all right, we just got to make a million movies like this.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And it worked. These are all classics.
Yeah, no, Omen's really famous. Yeah. And has sequels and remakes.
Several,
and,
like
yeah.
at least a remake. Yeah.
Yeah. The stuntman standing in for Peck during the famous rabid dog scene was actually attacked by Rottweilers that bit through the protective gear he was wearing. All right. A zookeeper on set to tame baboons. I forgot all these animals.
Yeah, I'm
in
like,
the movie.
what?
Yes,
Is this
Dr.
like Bought a
Dolittle.
Zoo with Mark Wahlberg?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon? Yeah.
Great movie.
What?
Is it a great movie?
They bought a zoo. It was lovely.
Okay.
Way to give it away there, Max. A zookeeper on set to tame baboons was mauled to death by a lion.
I'm sorry to laugh in that moment,
On
but
set?
what?
I don't know. This does seem a little Mad Libsy.
Yeah.
That day after completing their work. Most tragically, though, after filming was complete, or I shouldn't say most tragically, I've said some pretty bad things that already happened. I'm reading an art. I'm plagiarizing, okay?
yeah.
I'm not.
Right.
Yeah. After filming was completed, special effects director John Richardson and his assistant Liz Moore were involved in a serious car accident. Moore was decapitated.
Oh.
That echoed one of the Omen's most disturbing scenes. So similar to a scene.
decapitation?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Isn't
Ooh.
Mariska Haggerty from
Mariska Hargitay.
Mariska Hargitay? Her mom was decapitated. Yes, driving on the highway.
Oh.
And I think Mariska, whatever, was in the
Mariska
back
Hargitay.
seat.
She's from Law and Order, right?
She's from Law and Order.
SVU.
SVU. Okay.
If only there was a way to remember it.
Yeah.
It's a Ben Kirschenbaum bit.
Isn't that crazy?
Doesn't work that well. We gotta workshop
That's not a good
it.
joke.
Yeah.
But I.
Do you actually not think it's a good?
No, I think it's a great joke. I really like it. We just need to take it to the lab.
Oh, I think you're gonna say to the next level, which is kind of what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, we just need to like tinker. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's great up here. You know?
Yeah.
You can't come. It's kind of like it's a joke writing thing. You've never done that.
Well, I would normally invite her to come after that transition comment.
Crack about transitions.
Normally be very welcoming, but I'm not gonna get ridiculed. All right. The other thing is that this one I didn't totally understand. Per local reports, a sign on the site of the accident read Omen with 2 M's, 66.6 kilometers. Something,
Okay.
some sign. You're the car accident.
Yeah.
Not totally sure about that one.
Okay.
That's a reach.
Yeah, there are a few of these that are reaches, and I cut out a few movies. So
That's the
ever-
creepiest thing that's happened.
Yeah,
now we're
that's
talking
fucking
about this,
cursed.
and Ben
that was
just-
like a possessed sound.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, God, sorry.
You okay?
It's because you didn't say flesh pedestrians.
Yeah, I apologize. I really am a little upset that I said it out loud. You're not supposed to.
I'm like spooked. I just freaked myself out with. I don't know if it came across.
What is happening to us?
I'm gonna listen back to that in the podcast. That was strange.
If you actually play it backwards, it's like, stop doing it. Oh.
1982, Poltergeist.
This is the famous one, and I will say that because I mentioned to my dad this was the topic today, cursed movies, and he goes, "Oh, like Poltergeist."
Yeah.
That's the one that people think of.
Okay.
That's the two little twin girls? Or is that The Shining?
That's like
That's The Shining.
This is the child actors died making it, right?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, bad.
Well,
Or it might have been slightly after. But
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Child star Oliver Robbins claimed he nearly died after being, quote, choked by the arms of the evil puppet featured in the film.
what?
No.
Okay, so among the tragedies that surround Poltergeist, the most striking is the high number of deaths associated with the film and its sequels. So another one that went on to be a Pol I think there's sequels and a remake, I believe.
Yeah.
4 cast
Two
members.
Poltergeist, Two Furious,
That's right.
the Poltergeist 6.
All with Roman numerals.
Yeah.
It's a mix of Fast and Furious and Rocky. All right.
Poltergeist, here they go again.
Poltergeist Tokyo Drift.
Poltergeist, Ghost Do Be Shopping.
I can't think of one. All right, so 4 cast members died during or after working on a Poltergeist movie. Heather O'Rourke, the little girl who served as the face of the series, Dominique Dunn, Julian Beck, and Will Sampson. O'Rourke, so Heather O'Rourke passed away due to a medical misdiagnosis, while Dunn was murdered by her boyfriend.
Oh.
Other creepy things happened on set, including a rumor that real human skeletons were used for the iconic pool scene, and that an exorcism was conducted on set after shooting Wrapped. Again, this thing about having an
Was
exorcism.
Poltergeist another one that the rumor of them filming on like a Native American burial ground? Or did
Oh,
make
I didn't
up?
have that
I feel
here.
like
I mean, that's everywhere, isn't it?
that's
Yeah, I mean, right?
you mean all of America?
yeah.
Also, Poltergeist. That's about ghosts coming through the TV. What is that?
Yes, that happens in the movie. Isn't Poltergeist also with the tree? Does that sound right? The tree comes in. Yeah.
Is there a tree in the movie?
a tree?
There's a tree in that
It's
film?
a super creepy scene where the tree comes in through the window to grab the kid.
Oh, shit.
We're going to talk about creepy trees. Conjuring. That creepy
Yeah.
tree.
Ooh.
Trees are creepy. That counts
Trees
as a creepy
are
thing in
creepy.
general.
Very
Yeah.
creepy.
A creepy, creaky tree outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
Oh, I don't like. You never know what's in there.
No.
Deeply upsetting.
Bugs.
Bugs. There was a really scary scene in that show Yellow Jackets. That's
Yeah.
part thriller, part teen drama. Shout out Perfect Show. And there's one scene where it's like their kid is like in his bed, like the kid of like, one of the main characters, and he's like looking at the tree at night, and he's like, "What is that?" And then you see it's the mom in the tree, like staring at him, like eating dirt.
What?
It's the scariest fucking thing. I gave me
Ooh.
chills. Like it makes me
Yeah.
very glad that I live on the 14th floor and I can't see trees. And
Yeah.
And God bless New York City, where you can't see anything green for miles.
No,
Yeah.
that's how I like it.
Yeah. Although I do have a fear in this city of having a full rear window if I see like a murder across the way.
No,
If
but
you have
that's
a-
fun. What are you talking about? That's
What?
It's a puzzle. I mean, I don't know. You get to be you play detective. You ever
Wait,
seen
a rear mirror out of your house?
Like rear window, like the movie.
Oh.
I'm not saying that the murder is good, but I'm saying like
we
you
all know what you're saying.
You got a broken
Ben.
leg and you got nothing else to do, and you get to
That movie I
put-
have
put
seen,
the,
and that's
uh,
a fucking classic.
oh, it's amazing.
I love that movie. Also, equally as good, the remake Disturbia, starring Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful film. Bum bum dee dum dum.
I almost made another weird
Ben's
sound.
being
All right.
cursed.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, so that's it for the classics.
Okay.
The movies made. So Poltergeist is 1982. Now
Okay.
we're jumping ahead. The Exorcism of Emily Rose, 2005.
I did see this one.
Like it?
Haven't seen it.
I liked it at the time. I was only 15, I guess, but me and Alexa used to watch scary movies. We'd call it an extreme sport. Yeah.
That's funny. Alexa,
We had fun.
funniest person I know.
Funniest
I
person
don't
in the
even know her
world.
that well, but she's
She's
great.
very funny.
She's great.
But yes, we did see this. It was like, in the same vein as Exorcist, same idea.
Were you
Basically a remix.
Were you smoking doobies back then? Did that make it more extreme?
No, because I always got anxiety. Smoking weed was my extreme sport.
Whoa.
Loosely based on a true story, The Exorcism of Emily Rose follows Erin, played by Laura Linney, an agnostic lawyer tasked with defending a priest who's been accused of homicide after conducting an exorcism that resulted in the death of Emily Rose. The film follows two separate storylines, the present, which involves the legal drama, and the past, which depicts the exorcism in question and features Jennifer Carpenter's captivating performance. Okay.
I think that there have been court cases where people... But
I've always held a special place in my heart for the horror movie.
I'm almost positive there's been court cases before where priests have been called in, and it's like, I don't even know, like, because they were trying to do exorcisms on people. So maybe this was about one of those cases, loosely.
Oh, could be, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have not seen this movie.
Okay.
It's very tough because taking this to court, because you have to establish that exorcisms are real. That is a problem.
Right. Yeah.
The lawyer's just up there being like, all right, well, let's just assume that exorcisms are real, and then starts the cross-examination.
Opening statements. He's like, Your Honor, come on.
Yeah.
They're asking the jurors that as they voir dire them. They're like, do you believe exorcisms are real? No. Well, then you're not.
Yeah. All right. See you later.
You're not useful to us. According to Carpenter, the person who gave the captivating performance, her radio would turn on at random times during the middle of the night while she was shooting the film. The director, Scott Derrickson, confirmed this rumor and said that this also occurred to Linney. This is true. Also, Laura Linney's radio turned on at night 3 times during production, he tweeted.
This is 100% a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
150%.
And it probably is a good one.
And let me tell you something. It works. I look forward to seeing this film later.
Oh, so good. 15-year-old me was like, what?
True story.
Oh, I love based on a true story.
Oh,
fuck
baby.
me up. Yeah.
For horror movies in particular or anything you're saying?
Horror movies in particular.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, my favorite documentary film, The Avengers. Wonderful.
Yeah. 2011, The Innkeepers. This movie, this was the only movie where I had literally not heard of before doing
me
research
neither.
for this.
Yeah.
Its plot follows 2 employees at the Yankee Peddler Inn who, during its last weekend of operations, attempt to document the alleged supernatural activity in the building.
I don't trust an inn. I would never stay at an inn or a bed and breakfast. I don't trust it.
Really?
Or
Mark's
the couple.
parents operated a bed and breakfast.
I actually love bed and breakfasts.
Mark said they got robbed all the time.
Of course they did. People that own bed and breakfasts, they got cameras every which way. And people that stay in bed and breakfasts, you're a pervert and you like bed bugs.
No, but that definitely, Psycho obviously is the best example, but hotels also up there with trees and kids in terms of just...
Hotels.
A hotel is just a perfect setting for a horror movie.
A hotel
Yeah.
is creepy because doesn't feel right. It feels like you're outside of time and space.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
lighting is weird. It's just, I've never felt right completely in a hotel, especially where there's like the rugs in the hallway, like a
Yeah, I hate
yellowish
the rugs
lug-
in the hallway.
Just the rugs in the hallway. You know what I mean? The pervert at the front desk.
We got to upgrade to some more luxury accommodations, is what I think.
Let's change that.
Yeah.
Actually, I like an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Even though it's probably way more likely if they're filming, you're right up the cooter.
Yeah, that's true. Whatever, if
comes
I get a
back-
good deal.
All comes back to people filming Max. Apparently, he's just always on camera.
I can't help it, you know what I mean?
Filmed at the reportedly haunted hotel, the Yankee Peddler Inn in Torrington, Connecticut. Near you? Do you know where it is?
No, it's upstate.
Okay. The Innkeepers, directed by Ty West, was skeptical about the strange occurrences during the making of... he was skeptical about the strange occurrences during the making of his movie. Still, creepy stories from the set become the focus in the press. Again...
Right.
I'm not going to be... Here's the thing. It's like the last one, like Laura Linney said it. And then like the director's like, no, I heard her say it too.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys writing about this for your blogs? Please continue. Sorry.
He said, I'm a skeptic, the director. I'm a skeptic, so I don't really buy it, but I've definitely seen doors close by themselves. I've seen a TV turn off and on by itself. Lights would always burn out in my room. Everyone on crew has very vivid dreams every night, which is really strange.
And it's confirmed,
like
the
that.
actual place that they're filming in is rumored
I guess
to
had
have
like
been.
a haunted thing.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
all staying in the hotel that's haunted?
Yeah.
Well, that seems...
Yeah.
Like it was built for this
Shameless.
Yeah.
exact story to tell. I mean, it's really tough to believe. Although I will say this, do you guys believe? We should have addressed this. Do you believe at all in ghosts?
Yes.
Or in like things actually being
do.
haunted? Do you believe in exorcisms?
No, but I believe in ghosts and shit. I don't believe in like the devil per se.
Okay.
Which is the thing that someone says before the devil gets
Yeah.
in.
Good luck with the devil.
Aren't exorcists technically real because they do it at the Vatican or whatever? Like priests have to learn how to exorcise.
Well, real in what sense?
Right. They're also teaching you about everything else Catholicism
Yeah.
teaches you. So
like at the Vatican, they teach priests how to perform an exorcism if they ever had to.
Oh, well, I'm sure that
think.
I don't know about that, but I'm sure that that people do think they're doing exorcisms.
Yeah, right.
right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe they believe it.
I believe they believe it. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly what I mean. I believe that they believe it.
Yes.
Do you
Oh,
not
yeah.
believe in ghosts?
I don't really. No, I don't. I don't believe in ghosts.
Do you ever feel a little afraid saying something like that? Because then, like, does this make me more of a target for ghosts?
I feel that way more about other things. I don't feel it as much about ghosts because ghosts. The thing is that they're not always scary, right? I mean,
right.
So I'm not as
they
like.
could be nice.
It's just
Yes.
creepy.
It's creepy. You're right. They're not always scary. I believe in ghosts. I
Yeah,
believe in
me
everything that we have ever talked about on this podcast.
Same, including all the squids and stuff, the krakens.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But I do think, of course, it's a possibility. I think it's
Oh, I don't
silly.
mean to be like, oh, I know for sure that things don't exist. I just personally, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you? Let me ask you this: like at let's say like Lizzie Borden's house or whatever, you can stay there overnight, which would be really fucking fun. To do an episode
I'd be
out of
creeped
there.
out. I would be,
Okay.
yes. Even if I say logically that I don't,
Right.
believe
Because you
in
just
this
know
stuff.
that there's been a double homicide.
Yeah, I mean, I would get the heebie-jeebies.
You
Yeah,
get the heebies and the jeebies.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, simultaneously. To
I
finish
wouldn't
off,
want to stay in that house.
You would not want to.
I would not want to stay.
I would like to tour it.
tour is different from
Yeah.
staying. Staying overnight is a lot.
We still have to go on that ghost tour.
Oh my god, yeah.
Keep forgetting about that. The New York City.
Let's
ghost
go this
tour.
week when everyone's out of town.
Oh, that's perfect.
yeah,
Wow.
2 of the 3 people on the podcast.
Sounds like a great episode.
There you go.
Just trimming the fat.
Alrighty. Well,
Would you want to go? You don't want to go, do you?
I'm part of the podcast. What do you mean?
Well, we're not going to podcast on it. We're just going to go
No.
like as.
Oh,
Yeah, we're just
no.
Yeah, exactly. We're just like patronizing this
We're just
ghost
going
tour.
on the ghost. Well, I do want to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
No, ghost stuff, mysteries. I'm not into that. I'm joking.
It's the podcast we've had for a year.
That was the joke.
It's good. It's funny. Look at how we're all laughing, Ben. We're all chuckling.
Okay.
All right. To finish real quick with the Innkeepers, the one story that is the most intriguing to me, this again is what the director said. In the film, the most haunted room is the honeymoon suite. That's where the ghost stuff started in the hotel. The only reason I picked the room that I picked to shoot in was because it was big enough to do a dolly shot. No more thought went into it other than pure technical reasons. So when we're finishing the movie, I find out that the most haunted room in real life is the room that I picked to be the haunted room in the movie. It could be a coincidence. It's weird that it happened that way. Sarah Paxton, who's the star of the movie, would wake up in the middle of the night thinking someone was in the room with her. Everyone has stories, but I was too busy saying, let's shoot this. We have 17 days.
I mean,
This one's not great.
Yeah, that
I kind of
guy's-
regret including this because also the movie is obscure.
yeah. But I mean, that's it's doing away with the possibility for me. You're taking it away.
Yeah.
Especially leading with like 9 people died on set, and this one's like the director was like, honestly, kind of spooky day. I had a couple bad dreams. I'm gonna be honest.
And people were like, "We got to get out of here." It's like we got 17 days, and that's such like a behind the scenes of a movie thing. where
Yeah.
we're like,
Right,
oh my
right.
god, they had to push through for 17 days.
Wow, they only had 17 days to shoot.
It actually might be worth it to do a whole nother episode, not soon, but like later on, about stories like this for non-horror movies. Because there are so many behind-the-scenes stories that
many.
are really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Like messed up.
Messed up and like the Apocalypse Now. Have you ever seen the movie Hearts of Darkness, which is a documentary about the making of the movie Apocalypse Now?
No.
It's fascinating. It's like everything that could have gone wrong went wrong on the set. It's now considered like one of the best movies ever, Apocalypse Now, but like, check it out. Anyone
Okay.
listening, check out the movie
Sounds
Hearts
like
of
it was
Darkness.
an
Another plug.
apocalypse then. Come on. All right, thank you.
And that's the episode. All right, no, we're going to close with two movies that you guys like. The Conjuring, 2013, and Annabelle Comes Home, 2019, which is part of the Conjuring universe.
Franchise.
Yeah, it's in the
It's like the Real Housewives of horror movies.
It certainly is.
All right, so starting with The Conjuring.
Annabelle is one messy bitch, let me tell you that.
So the original Conjuring, directed by James Wan, is a stylistic and terrifying reinterpretation of a true story following paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, played by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, as they investigate the Perrins home. Am I pronouncing that? Anyway, where there's a supernatural presence that starts to escalate in disturbing ways. Okay. So
have you seen it?
I have seen The Conjuring. I have not seen Annabelle Comes Home.
I don't know if I've seen Annabelle Comes Home. I don't know which Annabelle movie that is.
I've seen some Annabelles, just not which one.
I've seen a couple of the Annabelles.
Got it. Okay.
The Conjuring, though, I've seen a few times, and it gets me every time.
It's so
Can
scary.
I talk about the scene on the staircase?
Oh.
The clapping scene on the staircase? When she's, like, lighting the matches, and she's trying to see what's down there.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
What happens to that mother in the film is absolutely absurd.
It's a
that
disaster.
Poor woman.
Also, it's amazing. We should do another episode on Lorraine and whatever the fuck
Ed and Lorraine.
Ed and Lorraine.
Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Oh.
Charlatans or fucking superheroes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's tough. It's tough to go either way because you want to believe.
Right. And also the people that hire them obviously believe them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially with these families and stuff, it's like they say that they helped them.
Right.
So it's like, what are we doing? What happened?
I have no idea what we're doing.
I have no idea.
Okay, so let's get to the set. The Perrins story deeply affected everyone involved in it, from the Warrens themselves to the cast and crew of the film. According to Farmiga, while shooting, she found herself waking up between 3 and 4 a.m. every night. This hour has long been associated with spirits and the devil in the case of The Conjuring. That's also when the witch character dies. Farmiga also reported finding claw marks, first on her computer screen and then on her leg. However, I only found the leg thing on one of the websites. The screen was on all the websites.
Is there a photo of it?
That's a good question.
Because that could be
It's
interesting.
like cartoonish claw marks.
Right.
So I know about the screen. The leg thing maybe was just one website misquoting or something.
Yeah.
That's the witching hour. I will say, every time I'm awake
I
between 3
hate
and
it. I'm
4,
always like,
I don't feel right. Nothing feels right between betwixt
Well, you're not
3 and
supposed
4.
to be up at that hour.
You're not supposed to be awake.
It's not
No.
right.
Whenever I wake up before 6, I feel physically ill.
I'm like, ugh.
I hate it.
Headache. A bad headache. When the family whose real life haunting the film is based on visited the set, crew claimed that a strange gust of wind followed them wherever they went.
Weird.
While the film never halted production, the experiences were strange enough that the team behind The Conjuring 2 hired a priest to bless the set before filming started. If there's something to be learned from all of this, it's that when depicting the paranormal, you can never be too safe.
Two takeaways here is that it could be another publicity thing, obviously. It sounds like it. Also, let's not rule out that family came on set and were just ripping farts everywhere they went.
Strange, smelly gust of wind.
These gusts of wind everywhere they're going.
Sulfur.
Oh my God, it smells like the devil in here.
All right, so Annabelle Comes Home in the Conjuring series. In conversation with The Wrap, McKenna Grace, who is...
Young actor.
Star, okay, yeah. Talked about the experiences of shooting the film, which included doors opening and closing and shadowy figures that she spotted on location. Ooh. When all of us were on set together for the first time, the lights went out and we were all freaking out and asking, Annabelle, are you there? Grace said. Then the lights turned back on and my nose was bleeding so heavily.
Oh my God.
It happens sometime. It happens sometimes because of allergies, but not this heavy. As soon as I left set to get a tissue, it stopped. Production notes also state that a piano bench moved around without explanation, and that while visiting the set, a journalist's watch went haywire, skipping hours ahead.
Oh my God.
That's fun.
Wow.
Spooky. It's
Spooky.
spooky. It's spooky.
All right.
Some intern just doesn't know where the piano is supposed to go and keeps moving it around.
Some extra was just in the background, just kind of flipping lights on and off.
Okay, so how about this in terms of reflecting on all of this? Why don't we say which movie was the creepiest and the most sort of real mystery to you?
In my mind, I would say the obvious choice is Exorcist because it was the first one, and then the other ones could be like copycat trying to do like their shtick or whatever.
I mean, the one that stuck out to me was Rosemary's Baby, with the baby,
Oh, yeah.
the baby parallel in real life.
That's fucking weird,
and
too.
the fact that Roman Polanski ended up becoming the devil.
Right.
Actually, it's tough to balance.
Why?
How you mean?
Yeah.
I'm kind of where you are. I came in expecting The Exorcist and not making the baby connection, which again I feel silly for. But the Rosemary's Baby thing is, it's the most disturbing to me. But I feel like The Exorcist, if we're talking about one of them being cursed, I feel like maybe The Exorcist leads
Right,
the way.
but yeah, you're right. The Rosemary's Baby is definitely the most. I mean, people literally were murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's tough.
it's not great.
And that is my favorite movie of the ones I've seen on this list.
I was about to ask a stupid question, and
Please do.
I was just gonna say, would you guys be afraid to star in a movie like this?
No.
I'd probably take the role. I would take
literally any role. I would take sincerely any single role.
Imagine like negotiating and being like, I need another $1 million in my contract because I might get possessed by the devil.
Oh, I could be bought. I could be bought.
I'll get possessed if you want me to. Yeah,
I guarantee. I'll just get possessed. I don't even need to be in the movie.
Is the devil a good actor? Maybe he could possess me, and then I'll just get an Emmy or whatever the fuck.
That's method.
It's method. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
All right. So I hope you guys were had.
Oh, we were had. This was a fun one. We should do more of these.
Yeah, this was an interesting, really cool thing. I think it would be a lot of fun if the three of us made a horror movie.
Wow.
But
a psychological thriller, like we were talking about before. Not just some, some blood.
Schlocky, just dick and balls.
No, like
just
a Silence of the Lambs.
Getting your heads chopped off, kind of suck fest.
Why do people like Thrasher films?
Disgusting.
Is it smut porn to them?
Yeah, they're like, get him killed, kill him.
I'm gonna fuck that headless woman or whatever. Is that what they do?
That's what. Who? The viewers or the film?
The viewers. Yeah.
The viewers.
The viewer. I don't. There is something like I
do think they're turned on in some way.
They got to be turned on.
I think there's a sexual element, right?
I once saw Saw 3.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I mean,
it was the only of the Saw films that I saw. I saw Saw 3 like during a sleepover when I was like a kid, like I don't know, like 11, 12.
Yeah.
It still upsets me to this day. The fact that I have saw the film.
Also, with a lot of these thriller movies, it's someone like some hot girl with giant boobs, like running through the thing, and then the guy's murdering them and like stabbing the implants. Or
it's like they always get brutally murdered directly after having sex too. It's like a really upsetting kind of. Well, there's also a bunch of movies making fun of the troops. Tropes, not troops.
The troops.
One of my favorite movies in general, but especially like horror, is The Cabin in the Woods. Did you ever see it?
Oh yeah, it's good.
Such a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Because it's a good scary movie, but it's also a good movie, and it's a good it's kind of it's like Scream in a lot of ways too, where it's like calling out exactly what it's doing.
Yeah, I think that a modern day horror movie has to be at least somewhat self-aware. It doesn't have to be like Evil Dead, which is like essentially a comedy. Yeah. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
But it's somewhat self-aware of what it's doing.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I'll say is that like, I'm not saying this in a sexual way. It's a little bit like almost like porn or something like that, where people you have to keep on one-upping
completely
all the other stuff. Because like I said, like Psycho in 1960, that was like the scary, like people, there's footage of people in the theater watching it during the shower scene, and they're like losing their mind, like they've never seen something. And now you watch it, and it's like, I see what he did.
It's tough when you watch older like classics, that kind of thing, because I remember the first time I saw Halloween, the original with Jamie Lee Curtis, I was like, this is what you guys consider terrifying? What's happening, you guys pussies? But I can only imagine what it was like at the time. And I will say the most recent, before Halloween Kills, the other reboot of Halloween that they made in 2018 or something?
Right.
Really good. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis, she still got it.
Okay.
But like the original, it's like, it's tough, except for Rear Window. That's legitimately a good thriller.
How about this? Creepy stands the test of time.
Right.
But like scary
is
almost
tough.
like comedy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. Did you just figure something out?
I think I'm right, and it's just a useless point.
Another Kirschenbaum.
All right, folks. Rate, review, subscribe.
Wow. You
Thank
remembered.
Thank you.
Toodaloo.
Thank you.